short, disappointing. Play hard, showed resiliency, good responses, critical errors, obviously. Typically tell the tale of a game like this. So that being said, questions. Quarterback sneak didn't go in, wide zone, running back cut inside. The three technique versus bear on a wide zone with a wing, not supposed to happen, supposed to stay outside. The pass at the end, obviously, they had eyes for it, so didn't get it done. No, won't be. It's just, let's go right to it, man. We knew we had work to do getting here at Miami, and that's what we're all about. We just, it doesn't matter. We still, like you mentioned, more victories ain't it. It's just not it, especially when you have opportunities. We gave ourselves an opportunity in the fourth quarter to have the ball and potentially tie or win the game. We came up short there as well. We see effort and better resiliency? Yes. Are there very fixable, should not go sideways type situations? Yeah. And that you address that directly and bluntly? Absolutely. There's no sugarcoating it. It's really, really upset, proud of the effort in terms of, guys, you saw it. They were grinding. They kept coming no matter what. Really had the right attitude, the right mentality, really good pregame, really good physicality. They're a good football team, especially heck up front on both sides of the ball. We threw the ball well, we didn't pass it well. I'm sorry, we threw the ball, we didn't run it well. They did some things on third down that I think they were 50% on third down. We were about 5 of 14, closer to 36%. But yeah, I got to get on the film and see what's up because some things look like they're there, and all of a sudden it's 1 yard or no yards or 2 yards, and you run power and you got a good double team. You feel like you got to kick out on the ninth. I think you should. It should be a successful play. Wide zone versus some of those things should be good, but we're short. We're short on something. Sometimes it's double team is too thin. Sometimes the guy allows penetration. Sometimes the back doesn't read it the right way. We're out of sync in the run game. It's not a matter of effort, but we've got to do a better job. We tried every which way to get the ball going on the ground. We ran split zone, counter, power, wide zone, jet. You name it. And then Tyler got so hot that we said, "Hey, let's just go with it." And he did a really good job. Will did a great job. Frank continues to do really well. Burchard is a guy that's really stepped up, particularly in his habits. And sitting down and meeting with him and his family, it's obvious he's an awesome young man. And he just started putting in time and work and just cut out all the nonsense and the BS and has really stepped up in a big time way. So proud of him, fired up for him going forward. He's a young guy. He's got a world of football ahead of him. We expect to be a good playmaker for us. Good to see Kobe Young step up and do what he did as well. Jaleel Skinner, man, he's a great player. And, he's obviously in a bad place right now mentally because he was trying to get out of bounds and he didn't. And, hey, lesson learned, but great competitor and a guy that, bottom line is, look, we got to continue to work on issues that are preventing us from being really good and not sidestepping, those things. We're on cover two, and at the beginning, we jumped the hook, in cover two, and we're supposed to play over the top of that one release, and so we made a mistake. We thought we had a beat on what they were doing, and sometimes players do that, so we got to have a little bit more discipline when it comes to that. They played extremely hard, especially up front. I know they got out of the cage a couple times, but more times than not, we got him on the ground. He's a really good player. He extends plays. He finds a way to get in and out of stuff. I thought we got tackled a couple times, particularly on the touchdown that was thrown. Thought Akeem Mesro got tackled, but that's all right. It's part of the game. Sometimes it gets sticky and muddy in there. We just started playing assignment football, and we stuck to it. We showed discipline, which goes with it, right? So That's probably the best way to describe it. We showed more discipline in the second half and started executing at a higher level. Elijah will not be returning for the rest of the year. He had a pretty significant injury. Justice hurt himself pretty good, so he did not return. I think Jakai is going to be okay. Tyreek Stevenson, they were checking him out, just being safe and using protocol. Who else did you mention? I'm sorry. Yeah, Cyrus had the dental thing that he couldn't dress or whatnot, but he's fine now. Lauren Seymour is coming off of. He should be back by next week. Should be a full speed player. Well, anybody that's playing really good, we're going to see more of. Obviously I haven't seen the film yet, but I know he played really well. Um, and he's a guy that, again, we mentioned I think last week we could count on him more. So good to see him go out there and make plays. Great young man, great player. Yeah, what was he today? You guys give it to him as 2 for 3. So what he was 2 for 3. 2 for 3. Kicked the ball deep. He missed one. I thought the snap was high. So getting that snap down, trying to kick that thing, that throws the timing off a little bit. He's always been excellent. He's been really good. I thought his onside kick was on point. We stepped out of bounds. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to stay on the field of play. Unless we get pushed out of bounds, we'll have to look at that on film. And he's been accountable the entire year. I'm sure he would like to have that one back. Well, they're one of the reasons I came to Miami. Yes, sir. They're one of the reasons I came here. I mean, I've been watching Miami football since I was, since I can remember, and going to the Orange Bowl. And look, man, it's why we're here. It's why we're here, and we're all about it. We're all about the work and the lumps that come with it, and it stinks and it's painful to deal with. But you know what? That's what we're here for, and gladly ready for whatever comes with it to make sure we get back to a certain level, and that's what we're gonna do. So, obviously, and I appreciate you guys being here. We're right back to work. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Good morning. You heard Mario after yesterday's 27-24 loss to Carolina. Before I get started, I want to say a few things. Yes, I did guarantee a win yesterday. And the reasons, and I explained the reasons why. I felt Mario was 5-0 off bye weeks when he was at Oregon. We were off a bye week. I felt this team was angry going in. I really felt we could do enough to stop May. And for the most part, we did. But, like Mario said, when you only get 42 yards rushing on 24 attempts, 1.8 yards a carry, you're not going to win that way. Yeah, Carolina had 161 yards rushing yesterday on 43 attempts. They had 3.7 yards. I felt a couple things that kills. Yes, we picked May off twice. In one of them we got 3 points. Then to go in the locker room down only 4, 21-17 at that point. You felt okay. You felt good about yourself. We felt good about ourselves going in down 4. Figured we'd make a play, and then all of a sudden, But then the one thing that really turned momentum yesterday was the Rooster fumble on 4th and 2. We get the first down. Then the fumble, and then from that, and then at that point, that was really that was the game changer right there. Instead of maybe possibly tying the game at 24 at that point, that's a 10-point swing. Instead of 24-20 tie game at 24, Carolina goes up 10, and they go and that was pretty much the ball game. 7 for 14 on third downs. The killer was when you go back and you look at the one play that really hurt us there, in my opinion. It was definitely that 3rd and 8 situation. I mean, definitely the long drive really hurt if you look at it. I go back to the 8-minute drive. They went 18 plays, 81 yards to get the field goal. there, but the one that really killed us was not being able to stop Carolina on third down, especially the third and longer situation, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. That was a killer right there. We could not make the big stop against Carolina's offense when we had to make it, and we didn't do that. I mean, Drake May on that drive. I mean, give that kid's the real deal. There's no question about that. That kid's the real deal. We could not stop Carolina on third downs on their clinching drive, on really the game clinching drive if you look at it. I mean, third 7, 9:54 to go. I mean, they get Morales. He goes to the tight end again. I knew going in the tight ends were going to be his favorite target going. And Downs is a great player. It's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but his targets in those spots are the backs and the tight ends in that situation. I mean, but the one thing you have to look at is, like, my God, the third down conversions, especially on the clinching drive, really hurt. It really hurt. So not much we could do there. Got to get to the report card now. Offense, I'm going to give maybe like a B minus. Felt, and you look at the numbers, TVD did pretty well. Though he got picked at the end, but for the most part, almost 500 yards, 3 touchdowns yesterday, 42-57. Downside was the running game. The running game, they're not going to win when you only rush for 42 yards on 24 carries yesterday. You're not going to win that way. But I felt, the passing game was good. The running game was not. Mario Cristobal said that in his press, as you heard there. I felt, for the most part, our defense, which I'm going to grade it about a C. Sorry about that. Second. Sorry about that. C minus. Reason I say that is because after the first big play, where it was a breakdown in coverage, rest of the way I felt defense did a pretty decent job. That second TD, I mean, we had made that to rights, but there's nothing you could have done about that. You got to tip your hat to me on that second TD he threw there. But we sacked May. Defense sacks him 5 times yesterday. For the most part, I felt we did a good job for the most part, confusing May, really in the second half especially. But, but it's not going to work when you make mistakes, when you don't stop Carolina in big spots like we didn't do yesterday. You're not going to win. It's that easy. Special teams, for the most part, I'm going to give about a C. Andy misses a field goal there. Other than that, Lou did a good job inside the 20. They had no punt returns yesterday. But we left points on the field yesterday. I mean, you just can't win that way. Missed a 53-yard field goal. Not gonna get it done. Not gonna get it done. I think he did say the snap was high. But you got to make those. You got to make those. Anyway, tough loss. This game's over. We're on to Virginia Tech, and next pod will drop on Thursday. Win or lose, let's go Canes, and let's beat Virginia Tech on the road.